Hello and welcome to 5 for the Future for the week of October 23rd. Thanks for joining me for this video summary of my weekly paid newsletter that shares 5 top signals of change that you need to know about in order to future-proof your small business. The newsletter has more details on each topic and a lot more on my take as to why these topics stood out to me. But this amazing video summarizes the key points for you and for free. But I have to say, warning, humble brag, you don't know what you're missing if you don't get the actual newsletter. It is chock full of insights and laughs. What more could you want? But I'm still glad you're here. Are you ready to get started with the 5 topics for this week? Let's start with our story number 1, AI Manifesto. How can we keep AI from destroying all the humans? I know, a manifesto. That'll do it. AI company Anthropic actually polled people to find out what guardrails should be placed on AI and got some actual helpful feedback. Not to be outdone, the mayor of New York City is putting together an AI action plan, but it's no manifesto. And VC investor Mark Andreessen created his own techno-optimist manifesto on how awesome technology is in general, but he also listed the main enemies to tech expansion, including sustainability, social responsibility, ethics, and ESG. My key takeaways: no one has any idea what's going to happen, so it probably makes sense to put some guardrails in AI, and I should totally start using the word manifesto more often. All right, moving on to story number 2, investing and wealth. I may have gone overboard with the stories in this category, so I'll try to pick just the key topics from all the stories mentioned in the newsletter. The good news: median net worth of U.S. families is up. People plan to spend more on Christmas this year. Salaries are expected to go up by about 4% next year, and a recession isn't likely. The bad news: don't expect to inherit anything from your boomer relatives. Good luck making money in the stock market like the boomers did in the past. Oh, and the standard 60-40 investment of stocks and bonds isn't delivering anymore. And AI could either increase productivity and then stock prices, or lead into an economic crisis. Key takeaway for this? Same as story number 1. No one has any idea what's going to happen, so stick with your gut, I guess. And with that, let's move on to story number 3, the future of home sales. Again, way too many stories to squeeze into this short-ish video. So quick summary: mortgage rates are never going back to the crazy 2 to 3% we saw a couple years ago. So if you want a new house, just suck it up and buy it before the rates notch down a bit and the market goes crazy and all the housing prices go up. You can always refinance, but good luck getting homeowners insurance if you live in California or Florida. Too many fires and hurricanes, respectively. And realtors, watch out. Antitrust is coming for you and the traditional 6% commission that is required to get a listing on the MLS. Times are a-changing. Is that the case in your industry? What practices in your industry have been around forever and are therefore ripe for change? All right, moving on to story number 4, generations at work. A few stories that take us from first job to retirement. Fewer people are pursuing an accounting degree in the last year or two, since salaries have not kept pace with the market and the investment of time and money to get your CPA license is not appealing. But Wall Street banks are hiring now for front office tech jobs that will likely be obsolete soon. And tech finance and consulting firms are limiting their hiring of MBAs right now, so maybe don't make that investment right now. Gen Z, you need to learn how to send emails and communicate better in general, but don't worry, AI will help. And firms like Eddie Bauer are switching its font from script to block format, also helps those who never learned cursive. Gen X and boomers, learn from Gen Z and take more sick days, even for mental health. Yes, it helps. And good luck with retirement, as the US ranked 22 out of 47 countries for its retirement system, which is perhaps why more boomers are working than ever before. One benefit from all of this: the diversity of a multi-generational workforce is good for business. And finally, our final story, number 5, automation progress. Some changes taking place now include an expansion of robotaxi services from just San Francisco and Phoenix into LA and Houston as well. AI factories, aka specialty data centers for AI, will help them learn faster over time. Not ready for a robotaxi? Maybe you'd like to pilot a giant transformer robot. Super cool, and only $3 million. Turns from a robot into a vehicle. Meanwhile, Amazon is busy automating nearly everything, adding humanoid robots to the workforce. A union spokesperson says they've been treating workers like robots for years already. And a robot system designed to lower the risk of injury to humans before human jobs are eliminated altogether. Amazon's also testing drones that will literally drop prescriptions at your doorstep within an hour of placing an order. In other innovations, AI is expected to completely upend the search engine market. No surprise to those of you who have followed me for a while. One consulting firm is exploring AI-generated consulting services. Could that be worse than the human consultants? And a final big question: if AI takes all the jobs, what will you do with all your time? If you're really worried about that happening, then consider these 5 words and what they mean about technology taking jobs. Unexpected item in bagging area. Enough said. Quick story, our attention span is down from 2.5 minutes to 47 seconds, so probably no one heard that one anyway. And one bonus follow-up from last week's story about male CEOs dating employees can be found in the newsletter. Spoiler alert, it's not going well for the dude in the article. All right, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Another friendly reminder, my paid newsletter offers more details on each of these 5 topics than there is room for in this video, so reach out if you'd like to see a free copy of the newsletter to help you decide if you want to subscribe. And thanks for joining me for this week's 5 for the Future.